Mamdani is a charismatic swindler. I mean, you got to hand it to him. Like he can light up a stage, but he has just been a swindler his entire life.
What else has he done that makes him a swindler?
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here, and Joe Rogan, the bropra of conspiracy culture, tried to toss Elon Musk a red meat softball for the MAGA base to chew on. But instead of an answer, we all watched the billionaire tech bro glitch out in real time.
Well, I guess if you say if you say to any audience whatever that audience wants to hear, instead of having a consistent message, I would say that is a swindly thing to do.
And this wasn't just your run-of-the-mill Mitch McConnell freeze up on camera. I mean, you could see that it was like a pinball bouncing around in this guy's head. Balls going all over the place. He couldn't concentrate or put two words together. But he is charismatic. And then there's Zohran Mamdani, the guy who completely broke their brains. Because while Musk freezes and flails, Mamdani actually connects with people.
Zohran Mamdani is staffing up fast, choosing important positions for the obviously very large and complex government of New York City. And last week, he chose a new head of the fire department there in New York. Obviously, very important in a city as big as New York. He chose Lillian Bonsignor, apparently a veteran of the fire department who helmed emergency medical services operations before retiring from the department back in 2022. And that was greeted by people who actually know anything about this as a good choice. It's a person with a lot of experience, sort of a trailblazer in that department. But for morons who never see anything except through the lens of anti-woke identity politics, this is an apocalypse. And I'm gonna start with Elon Musk as an example of that. He greeted this by saying, "People will die because of this. Proven experience matters when lives are at stake." He responded by saying experience does matter, which is why I appointed the person who spent more than 30 years at EMS. You know, the workforce that addresses at least 70% of all calls coming into FDNY, which is a great point. The vast majority of the people that call in are not calling because their house is on fire necessarily. They're calling for help in a variety of different ways. So the person who has done that work with how do we term this? Proven experience might be a good person for that position.
Mamdani actually connects with people. That's why the right went straight to full-blown Muslim panic mode. Trump, Stephen Miller, Hegseth, and every other right-wing nutjob tried to whip the country into a frenzy, screaming that Mamdani was going to impose Sharia law on New York. Sharia law, a phrase they can't define, can't spell, and don't understand. Coming from dudes deep in MAGA country who've never been to New York and think Muslims are a Fox News cartoon. They weren't mad about policy. They weren't mad about leadership. They were mad that a Muslim candidate won, openly, democratically, with people actually showing up for him. And it shattered their whole fear-based narrative. And then Mamdani goes and pours gasoline on their outrage bonfire by appointing Lillian Bonsignor, a longtime New York Fire Department veteran who spent more than 30 years in EMS, retired, and then got called back to service. She is the first openly gay commissioner in FDNY history. And man, after the announcement, you could practically hear the MAGA meltdown from outer space. The shockwave knocked a few Starlink satellites right out of the sky. And let's be honest about what this is really about. Strip away the fake outrage, the culture war knows, the people will die theatrics, and what's sitting underneath all of it is resentment. This is about a gay woman being elevated. This is about someone from a community that had to fight just to be seen, just to be heard, just to be allowed in the room. The LGBTQ community didn't get handed respect and dignity in this country. They had to fight for it. They were told to shut up, sit down, hide who they were, accept scraps, accept abuse. And now, when someone who actually understands that struggle is put in a position of leadership, someone experienced, qualified, respected, The same people who never gave a damn about merit suddenly start screaming, "That's not an accident." This moment is landing at a time when people all over the country feel silenced and discarded. Survivors of Jeffrey Epstein are still waiting to be fully heard. Working families feel crushed and ignored. People are told they don't deserve health care, don't deserve Social Security, don't deserve dignity because billionaires say so. They want us to believe we're freeloaders, that we're expendable, that our lives are a rounding error. And that's why people hate figures like Trump, Musk, Orban, and Putin. Not because of ideology, but because these men don't see people. They see assets, labor, control, profit. Zohran Mamdani does see people. He understands what it means to be marginalized. He understands what it means to fight for a voice. He governs like someone who knows power has consequences, not like someone who thinks the world owes him obedience because of his bank account. And that's why they're trying to destroy him. Now, let me tell you something. France is looking at Elon Musk for foreign election interference, and I hope to hell they prosecute him because this guy didn't just mess with their elections. He messed with ours too. He's a criminal, and I don't care how much money he has. I don't care how many fanboys he's got online. After this nightmare is over, every single one of these people who dangled themselves over democracy, who did everything in their power to screw us over for profit, needs to be held accountable. Every last one of them. No more hiding behind money. No more hiding behind platforms. No more getting away with it because you're rich. This guy isn't a genius. He's not a visionary. He's a danger. And the sooner the world starts treating him like one, the better off that we will all be. And that is an absolute fact. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.